That is to provide an opportunity to the persons of Indian origin living in this beautiful country of their adoption, which they have long called their homes, to connect and reconnect with the country of their origin. The further objective is also to gently stir consciousness among the community members, especially the youngsters of the earlier generations or youngsters generations who have never been to India, about the rich and proud heritage of the land they have descended from. Through this consciousness, the humble outcome expected of it is to reinforce the sense of pride and confidence of the community and be proud sons and daughters of this mesmerizingly endowed island country. With no intention to digress from the subject, let me ask this question. Can we imagine today, in today's world, particularly in the developed world, without the history of slavery and indentured laborship? The sinister and selfish intentions that have motivated those indulging in such inhuman endeavors for several centuries have ended up dotting the globe with African and Asian people. The flow of population from Africa and Asia continues even today, and it will continue in the near future because most of the advanced countries already have an aging population. Truth and good alone, therefore, will ultimately triumph. We celebrate this victory today along with the majority Jamaican population. Coming back to today's event, India's in the 19th century, a proud civilization was festered by the maggots of colonialism, eating into its very spiritual and economic core. So great was the pain that Indians, even with the medieval religious taboo of crossing the high seas looming large in their minds, decided to take a audacious journey to the new world, Jamaica included. This was the genesis of the exodus of about 2 million indentured laborers from India, also called the coolies. It was the first tranche of brown trade from India that dotted the colonial territories across the new world. In search of better future and the promised land, many perished, but many more survived. No matter how adverse the conditions were, the spirit of the coolies could not be dampened. Bit by bit, they reconstructed their lives every day. Adaptive as they are, people of Indian descent have seamlessly amalgamated with the societies while continuing to keep their rings alive with the country of origin. The Indians, though present in huge numbers across the Caribbean, have been peace-loving and law-abiding. Never have they been blamed for inciting hatred or practicing ethnic distancing. They have immersed themselves in the local culture and have adopted the host country as their motherland. It is for this reason that the former External Affairs Minister of India, late Sushma Swaraj, once said, "I have heard 3 things about Indians living abroad. They are good neighbors, hardworking, and law-abiding residents. That the same values mentioned by the minister were present in the early Indians who came here, as in their descendants and the new arrivals shows their ubiquity and permanence in the Indian civilization." Ladies and gentlemen, there is no aspect of life in Jamaica and the Caribbean, I say, at the peril of being corrected, as you see in the film about the great lobster, the Rastafari connection. That has not been enriched by the Indians. They introduced new types of food, fruit, trees, art of jewelry making, technique of farming, etc. The new Indian immigrants include doctors, engineers, auditors, teachers, entrepreneurs, IT experts, etc., who have added immense value to the local economy. Indian community businessmen create jobs by thousands locally, thereby contributing meaningfully to the prosperity and development of the country of adoption. The spirit and thirst for sharing and giving back to the society at the community level, besides philanthropic and voluntary contributory efforts of the individuals, is best reflected in the 25 medical camps that have so far benefited around 7,000 people across Jamaica. May we give a big hand to the community doctors and pharmaceutical companies who have made this possible. At the government level, in an effort to connect the diaspora more closely with India, the Overseas Citizens of India was introduced in 2005. The OCI card provides lifelong Indian visas for its holders, while also allowing the diaspora to seamlessly engage in business or any other entrepreneurial activity in India. The card has been a great success, and there are more than 6 million OCI card holders worldwide today. The conditions of acquiring an OCI card are being simplified continuously. We would like to encourage you to consider applying for one. The Indian government also celebrates the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Day on 9th January and has been giving the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award since the turn of this century in recognition of the success of the Indian diaspora worldwide. Jamaica is fortunate to have 2 awardees of this prestigious award, which in the later part of this program you will hear from them too. The Diaspora Day was celebrated in India earlier this year, and many representatives from Indian community in Jamaica traveled to Indore to attend the event. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you some comforting facts about India. India today is the biggest democracy in the world, the largest human resource on the planet at 1.4 billion, with a median age of 29 years and 1 billion of which is under the age of 35, and set to remain youngest on the planet all the way up to 2070. The 5th largest economy and knocking at Germany by the end of the year or next year to become number 4, attracting FDI from across the world, the fastest growing big economies. The list can go on and on. With 32 million Indian diaspora scattered across the world, the brawn and the brain drain, the term used to lament loss of human resources and talents, have now benefited us. For the last 15 years, India has consistently topped the chart of the largest remittance beneficiaries, with an estimate of 100 billion in remittances received. India is said to have reached an all-time high in 2022. This is not a stranger to Jamaicans and Jamaica. Remittances was one of the reasons of resources that sustained Jamaica during the pandemic. The Indian diaspora has trusted, truly fused the Indian model of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or the world is one family, with the Jamaican out of many, one people, while they continue to retain their culture and roots. The government and the people of India are appreciative of the warmth with which they have been received, accommodated over the years by the government and the people of Jamaica. Before I sit down, let me also inform you that this year we celebrate the International Year of Millet. And in the exhibition, in one of the corners, we have put up exhibition of various types of millet and the benefits. We have also included in the menu of our reception, there's the millet menu, which you get to have a taste of it. Millet has been a traditional food in Africa and in Asia, and they are nutritious, they are gluten-free, and it's, I think, it cannot be a better opportunity for High Commission of India to celebrate this and to exhibit this and to have this small mini millet festival when we have a gathering of about 400 people here. And with this, let me say thank you to you all. We'd like to welcome Minister. I mentioned your name before you walked in, and welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.